puja Durga, 800 Durga, and fly in the air. And he dashed his feet on the head of Kansa. Hare Kansa, Krishna has taken birth. Yes, some birth of Devaki has taken. Don't worry, you cannot take. And after 6 days, Kansa called all his ministers and told the eighth son of Devaki is anywhere within pressure. You should discover and kill him. Then Putana, very dangerous, more stronger than Kansa. So Kansa has made her like a friend. She told that I will surely kill that boy. And how we went to Gokul and what she did, you should tell it please.
Ajnanasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Gurave Gurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. First of all, let me offer my Tandavat pranams unto Lord Sri my Diksha Guru Maharaj Nitya Lila Pravishram Ashtotarazita Shishimai Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, and equal number of Sastandana pranams unto Lord Sri my Shikshan Sanyas Gurudev Om Vishnu Pad Ashtotarazita Shishimai Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Swami Maharaj, and to all the acharyas in our Rupa Nuga Guru Varga, and to our respected guests, the Sannyasi Gan, Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, Mr. and Mrs. Bamsi, my Dada pranams to everyone. So Srila Narayana has asked me to speak the pastime of Putana, liberating, or Krishna liberating Putana. Kamsa had at one time fought with Putana, a very great demon. And Kamsa realized she might even defeat me. So better I make alliance with her and we join together. Putana had the strength of 10,000 elephants. Her special demoniac quality is she loved killing small children, babies, and drinking their blood. So she was the first demon that Krishna sent. That Krishna liberated, that Kamsa had sent to Goloka Vrindavan. She was able to assume any form. So she assumed the form of a maiden of Gokul, a cowherd girl, Gopi. She was very, very beautiful. When she arrived in Vrindavan, everyone was captivated by her beauty. Even Mother Yashoda thought, oh, maybe she is a demigoddess. Maybe even Lakshmi herself. They were so captivated by her beauty, and she approached Mother Yashoda with her arms outstretched, beckoning her to give her baby Krishna, to allow her to also give her the service of giving breast milk to Krishna. But she had put on her breast a very, very powerful poison. Her intention was to kill Krishna. The atmosphere of Vrindavan was very beautiful. The sound of the river Jamuna was very sweet. The fragrance of the flowers, Beli, Chameli, Jui, Kadamba, they were very, very captivating. The atmosphere was so enchanting, but it didn't affect Putana because she was on a mission sent by Kamsa to kill the Supreme Lord. So we're very fortunate tonight, ladies and gentlemen, to be here, hearing from the transcendental lotus mouth of Lord Krishna's pure devotee. There's a verse in the 11th canto, the postgraduate study of Srimad Bhagavatam. Akshnophalam tadrisha kirtanam hi, darshanami, tanophalam tadrisha gata sangha, jivaphalam tadrisha kirtanami, sundurlamam bhakti hi loke. The perfection of one's eyes is to see the pure devotee of the Lord. The perfection of the touch is to touch the pure devotee, especially if you can get close and touch Srila Gurudeva's lotus feet. The padaduli of the pure devotee is very, very powerful. The perfection of the ears to hear the glorification of the pure devotee. So when we hear the transcendental words, Shabda, they're actually non-material. Shabda Brahman emanating from this pure devotee, it goes deep into our heart. It awakens our sleeping souls. Hearing the transcendental pastimes of Krishna from the lips of a pure devotee under his guidance from his representatives is very, very powerful and will awaken our spiritual consciousness. So Putana very easily received baby Lord Krishna in her lap. So at that time, Krishna closed his eyes, seeing in front of him this demon Putana. She gave him her breast to take the milk from her breast. Krishna, being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, sucked her breast and sucked her milk and sucked out her very life's air. She felt the strength of Krishna increase. She tried to put him down but could not put the Supreme Lord down. She had the strength of 10,000 elephants. Krishna was a small baby, 6 days old. At another time, we'll hear later, Mother Yashoda tried to put Krishna down when she wanted to get the milk that was boiling over on the stove. She very easily put down Krishna. How does Mother Yashoda have so much more strength than Putana, who has the strength of 10,000 elephants? Our acharyas explain because Krishna is controlled by love and affection. In fact, the reason he closed his eyes is he saw that Putana was duplicitous. She came to him in the guise of a mother to give him breast milk, but her intention was to kill Krishna. He didn't want to see that face of such a demoniac personality with a duplicitous mentality. He didn't want to see a woman and realize that he had to liberate this woman and kill a woman. Actually, Krishna kills the demons, he's liberating them from their demoniac existence. So she could not put Krishna down, and he sucked out her very life air. Immediately she assumed her gigantic original form, 8 miles long. Krishna expertly had her fall and crash down, tumultuous roar when she hit the ground, away from Vrindavan. Didn't hurt any of Vrindavan or its inhabitants. So Mother Yashoda and Nanda Baba, they were extremely fearful. But when they saw that Krishna had liberated her, their life had come back. The demigods from heaven saw this wonderful feat, and they showered so many flowers from the heavenly planets and beat on their kettle drums, and conch shells were sounded. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna. The acharyas would explain that one who hears the liberation of Putana by Krishna, we have obstacles in obtaining Braj Bhakti Ras, the inner heart sentiment of the eternal residence of Goloka Vrindavan. They don't see Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the most powerful creator and sustainer of the universe. They see him as Nanda Yashoda, as their beautiful Lala, their wonderful coward boyfriend who's extremely attractive and beautiful. So there's a special Bhakti Ras that the inhabitants of Vrindavan have for Shri Krishna. By hearing the transcendental pastimes of Krishna, especially liberating different demons in Vrindavan, it nullifies certain tendencies that we have for achieving that realization within our hearts. By hearing the transcendental pastime of Krishna liberating Putana in Vrindavan, it will counteract our tendency for duplicity and accepting a false teacher or guru in our life, as Putana represented falsity. So in this way, It is very fortunate that we are hearing from Srila Gurudev today. And also, we should understand that in previous life, Bhutana was the daughter of Bali Maharaj. When she saw Vamana Dev enter into the assembly there of her brother, Bali Maharaj, she was captivated by Lord Vamana's beauty. She thought, oh, I want to have such a beautiful child like my son. But then later, when she saw her brother being punished because he didn't fulfill his promise to Lord Vamana Dev, the 3 steps of land, she said, oh, I will poison that person. So in her next birth, she took birth as Bhutana, and in that way she had the opportunity to have Krishna in her lap like a baby son, and at the same time to try to poison that personality. So our Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita, Janma karma tamedevam evam yo veditavata taksam deham punarjanma naitimameti sorjana. One who understands the nature of my appearance and disappearance in this world will not take birth again. In the following verse he says, Prichanaya saranam vinashaya chudushitam dharma samstarpanataya sambhavani yuge yuge. To give pleasure to my devotees and to annihilate the demoniac influences in this world, I come millennium after millennium in my transcendental original form to re-establish the principles of dharma and religiosity. Thank you very much.
Now Krishna and Baldev, they began to grow up. Now they used to go out of brass palace, and a group of boys, Gwalma, they used to go in a Gwalini house, and anyhow he used to store away butter, milk and other things. Once he went in the house of a gopi. Krishna called his son and told, go and untie the calf and went and tell mother, oh, calf is running away. Sucking the milk of cow. And then she went to catch the calf. And in the meantime, Krishna with hundreds of Gopal entered in the house and stole away everything. One day Krishna was caught rented by many gopi. What have I given Dala? So I was searching my calf. Your calf? Oh yes, it has jumped in your pot. Okay. Swami, and then he gave hand and took a marble stone or toy of calf. And the gopi began to laugh and Krishna. In this way, one day in the morning, Krishna and his group friends went to a gopi house, and Krishna entered her house, and when he was stealing butter, red-handed he caught him. And then, Mother Yashoda does not believe us, so I will take you personally. And she took Krishna and went to Yashoda house. Oh Yashoda, see, I have read and caught Krishna myself. Yashoda came out of his palace and told, where my son is sleeping. And then my son is sleeping there, how he can be? And then he opened the mouth of that Krishna and he saw that his own son and became very sharp. And he became 2 years and 6 months about. One day, Yashoda thought, oh, all the gopis are complaining that he is going to still away butter. I had so many cows, very good cows. Padma, Kalindi, so good. So, our maid servants cannot prepare butter, so it becomes some sour. That is why Krishna does not take here and goes to other. So I will give leave to all the gopis, and I will alone milk the cow and make butter and I will churn. So he was now churning yogurt. His voice was so sweet that in Krishna his voice has come. Krishna is beautiful. Mother Yashoda more beautiful. That his son become like so beautiful. When she was churning, he was observed in Krishna sweet pastimes of wild and doing churning like this. Govinda Ramo Dharma Devi, Govinda Ramo Dharma Devi, Govinda Ramo Dharma Devi, Govinda Ramo Dharma Devi. And what happened?
Guruve Gaurachandra Radhika Radhe Krishna Krishna Bhakta Tadabhakta Namo Namaha. So, first of all, I give pronouns Lord Sri Guru Padma, Om Vishnu Pad, Sri Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj, Tridani Sannyasis, Brahmacharigan, Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, ladies and gentlemen. Sri Gurudev has ordered me to try to speak something of the enchanting pastimes of Sri Krishna, because as Sri Krishna attracts the mind of everyone, his activities also attract the mind of all. Therefore, Mother Yashoda, when she was churning the yogurt, then she is the embodiment of Krishna, Prem, love for Krishna. Jodo hane ohane matalopane na prem ke kana adija birudo iti mahajana. Therefore, when the gopis are cleaning their houses, when the gopis are milking the cows, when they are performing any activities, then with their voices choked and tears in their eyes, they chant the names of Krishna. Therefore, Mother Yashoda was so absorbed in remembering her Krishna and all his naughty activities that with her eyes closed, she was chanting the holy name with tears flowing from her eyes. Therefore, where does Krishna reside? Naham tistami vaikunta yoginam hridaya siva tatata chatra madbhakta chatra gayanti. Oh Narad, I do not live in the hearts of the yogis,
I do not live in the Vaikuntha planets. Where do I live? I live where my devotees chant my name. Therefore, when Mother Yasoda, she is chanting the name of Krishna with so much affection. Can Krishna be far away? Therefore, she pulled Krishna by her devotion. And Krishna came and he saw Mother Yasoda so much absorbed in chanting and remembering me. How much Krishna became happy. So we should also try, by the grace of Guru and the devotees, when we chant the name of Krishna, we should also give some time. Not that all day we are so much busy running here and there, we cannot even give 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour to deeply chant and remember Krishna. One time Srila Gurudev was in his room and one devotee came in, and Gurudev was not aware that person was in his room. So he was chanting, and tears were flowing from his eyes. And after a long time he opened his eyes and saw that devotee. Then he said, there's only one problem in this world. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Then he closed his eyes and kept chanting. So Mother Yasoda, she was chanting and Krishna thought, he is so much absorbed in chanting my name, he is not even giving me attention. Then to get her attention, he grabbed that churning rod, and in his other hand he grabbed her, answer, cloth. And then Mother Yasoda, she saw, Krishna is there. Oh mother, I am hungry. Mother Yasoda took Krishna on her lap and began breastfeeding him. Mother Yasoda's breast milk is not material milk. Her breast milk is Vatsalya Ras, is parental affection for Krishna in the form of milk. Therefore, at that time, there was some milk boiling on the stove. So in the spiritual world, everything is conscious. In the mature world, everything is unconscious. Achit, non-spiritual. But in the spiritual world of Goloka Vrindavan, everything is conscious. Therefore, the milk is also conscious. It's thinking, if I cannot get a chance, I will never get a chance to serve Krishna. Why? Because Mother Yasoda's breast milk will never be finished. It's completely unlimited. And Krishna's desire to drink the love of Mother Yasoda will also never be finished. Then when I'll get a chance to serve? If I cannot serve Krishna, my life is useless. So the milk began bubbling over and began entering into the fire. Great devotees are not selfish. Why Gurudev is coming to South Africa? He could be hiding in any cave in the Himalayas or moving anywhere simply chanting the holy name. Why has he come here? He's come here because he is not selfish. He is not satisfied simply himself serving the Supreme Lord. He wants to give other people a chance. Therefore they move here and there, giving people instructions of spiritual life. Therefore Mother Yasoda, she saw this milk. She wants to serve my Krishna. Therefore she put Krishna down and ran to save the milk. Krishna was not willing to be put down. Therefore he was grabbing hold of Mother Yasoda with his hands, with his legs, and with his teeth he was catching her cloth. But Mother Yasoda with one hand up, she put him down, like we heard from Pujapat Sajan Maharaj. And Krishna, because he is controlled by the love of the devotees, he would agree to be put down by Mother Yasoda. Even big demons like Ravan, Kumbhakarna, Kamsa, Jarasandha, they could not defeat Krishna. But Krishna was defeated by the loving affection of his mother. Therefore, if we want to capture Krishna, we also have to follow under the guidance of Mother Yasoda. So Mother Yasoda was thinking, oh milk, don't die. By you, I will give so much service to Krishna. From my milk I cannot make rasgulla, sandesh, burfi, yogurt, nothing. But from you I will give so many nice preparations to Krishna. So she put Krishna down and ran to save the milk. There she is teaching us. Sometimes it could be the service of Krishna as it may be even more important than Krishna himself. So she went to save the milk. Krishna became very angry. I'm still hungry and Mother Yasoda has left me. Then he went and he went to push over that big pot of yogurt. So he was trying to push, but he could not push because it's so heavy. So he thought, what will I do? He saw one grinding stone. Before there were electric blenders, people used to grind masala by hand. Then he took that stone and he was going to crack on the top. He thought, no. So he cracked on the bottom. Bonk. And like a pressure hydrant, all that yogurt was spurting across the room and Krishna was very happy clapping. Then the next minute he thought, oh my God. When Mother Yasoda sees what I've done, she is going to punish me. So it's Armageddon. Armageddon out of here. So Krishna began running away. He thought, now Mother Yasoda will definitely chastise me. But what can he do? He was still hungry. So as he was running, he saw the pot of yogurt, one pot of yogurt hanging from the roof. So he pushed the grinding mortar, wood carb. And he's standing on that grinding mortar. He began feeding himself, his friends, and there were many, many monkeys and crows. Because those monkeys and crows had done so much service to his previous incarnation as Ramchandra. But in the forest, Ram could not feed them nicely. So in this incarnation, Krishna was, oh, come brothers, now it's time for payback. So Krishna was feeding all those monkeys and crows. But he was so much absorbed in happiness of feeding his devotees, he forgot about Mother Yasoda. And Mother Yasoda, she came, where is Krishna gone? Who has broken his yogurt pot? Then she saw all the footprints of Krishna. Just like Krishna is called Makam Chor. He's a big thief. Chorakaganyam Purusham Namah. One devotee said, Krishna, don't think Krishna just steals yogurt or the clothes, or Krishna steals the heart of the devotee. He steals the sins of that person who chants his name. Therefore, he's such a big thief. Therefore, one name of Bhagavan is called Hari. Hari means to steal. Therefore, when a person commits a crime, he must leave some clue. Mother Yasoda, Krishna forgot, but when Krishna was running, he ran in the yogurt, and that yogurt left some footprints. Mother Yasoda followed the footprints, and she took a stick in one hand and was going forward to catch Krishna like a cat. Then all the monkeys and crows began running. Krishna thinking, why they're running? And just as Mother Yasoda was going to grab him, Krishna jumped off the grinding mortar and ran. So in Vedic society, a woman will not run in public. Therefore, Krishna thought, I'll run on the main road. Mother Yasoda will never follow me in public. But Krishna forgot that day was, all the men had gone for cow grazing. Therefore, Krishna ran on the highway, not highway, what do you say? Main road, and Mother Yasoda was running behind him. Therefore, Yadyapi samadishu vidyapi pasiti nantara nakadam marichin vidamicham ninasamnyatavachu tadapi kripad mudivich. Even perfected yogis in their meditation cannot see the toenails of Krishna. What to speak of catching him? But Mother Yasoda ran after him. Krishna cannot be approached by those who perform pious activities. He cannot be approached by the yogis. He cannot be approached by yajna. He cannot be approached by reading the Vedas. He cannot be approached by meditation. He is approached only yatha bhakti mamojita. He is captured only by devotion. Therefore Krishna was running and he was moving side to side. And Gurudev says Mother Yasoda was a little bit chubby. Therefore she was also trying to move. And Krishna was running. Krishna had a head start on Mother Yasoda. So if Mother Yasoda ran at the same speed as Krishna, she could not have caught him. She had to run faster than Krishna, then she could catch him. Gurudev says if we only love Krishna as much as Krishna loves us, you cannot catch him. If you only love Gurudev as much as Gurudev loves you, you cannot catch him. You have to love more. Therefore, Mother Yasoda, she was running and she saw the tiny soft footprints of Gopal. Oh, how his soft feet can run on these hard stones. Her heart became full of compassion. And Krishna allowed himself to be captured. Then Mother Yasoda, she didn't beat him. Oh, Manu, I will beat you. Then Krishna is crying, no mother, don't beat me. Idadrik swalali be lila be anand kunde swadoshan nemajan tamakia payantin. Tadiyesita dyesu bhaktijanam purna pranavatastam sabhavrittivam. Krishna was taking long breaths. He was very afraid. That time Kunti, somehow she was watching that lila. Afterwards she said, Yabhagati Swayamvai. Death is afraid of the name of Krishna. But Krishna is afraid of his mother Yasoda. Such is the greatness of the devotees. I will beat you, thief, chore. And Krishna said, Mother, I am not any thief. In your family is one thief. Because in Mother Yasoda's dynasty there was one cowherd man called Chor Ghosh. Chor means thief. So Krishna said, in my dynasty of Nanda Baba there is no thief, but in your dynasty there may be a thief. Then Mother Yasoda said, oh, friend of the monkey who broke the yogurt pot? And Krishna said, who made the yogurt pot? He broke it. Who is feeding the monkeys? Who created the monkeys? He is feeding. In this way Krishna was revealing his position as Bhagavan, but Mother Yasoda, she could not understand. She only thinks Krishna is my son. Then Krishna was very afraid. Then Mother Yasoda thought, if I let him go, he will run away, maybe to the forest, and some danger may come to him. So I should punish him, and also I should protect him from danger. Saying so, she went bound one end of her hair rope to the grinding mortar, because this grinding mortar helped Krishna in his crime of stealing. He's a criminal, and Krishna was also a criminal. I will punish both of them. But when she bound one end of the grinding mortar and went to bind the waist of Krishna, which was thin like the fist, very thin waist, amazing, she could not join the two ends of her rope together to bind Krishna. Then she became astonished. Then she called her Sakis, bring another rope. She tied that rope to another one, and again, amazingly, the rope was only 2 fingers too short. Bring another rope, bring another rope. All the ropes of Gokul, Madhya Soda, tied together. But no matter how many millions of ropes she joined, she could not capture Krishna. 2 fingers too short. Very nice instruction here. What is 2 fingers? Some people think, hey, don't worry, when Bhagavan gives mercy to me, then I'll worship him. When Bhagavan gives mercy to me, then I'll become vegetarian. When Bhagavan gives mercy to me, then I'll take diksha from bona fide guru. They think everything is the mercy of Bhagavan. That person is like cat. Like a cat carries the kitten in the mouth, the kitten does not do anything. Some people think Bhagavan will do everything. I just have to do nothing. And there are other people who think like the monkey. The baby monkey grabs hold of the mother never grabs hold of the monkey, and she jumps from tree to tree. If the baby falls back, the mother will never go back to pick her up. So some people think, I will capture Bhagavan by my own power. And some think Bhagavan will do everything. Therefore, these 2 fingers represent these 2 conceptions. Therefore, Madhya Soda taught us, when you make your own endeavor, then Bhagavan's mercy comes, then you can bind him. Kripya Savandana. Even the Sukadeva Goswami said that Krishna has no inside, no outside. He is completely unlimited, bigger than the biggest, smaller than the smallest. Who can bind him? How can you bind someone who is all-pervading? But Kripayasya Swabandana. By his mercy, Krishna allowed himself to be bound. Therefore, Madhya Soda bound Krishna. Then she went to perform her household chores. That time Krishna was crying. When Mother Soda went away, the friends were there. Krishna began laughing. And the friends said, oh Krishna, today you're being taught a good lesson. Then Krishna decided to play, so he went outside. And the friends were pushing the grinding mortar as Krishna went to the garden. In that garden were 2 very big trees. They were sons of Kuber, Manigriva and Nalakuber. They had been cursed by Narayana.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. First of all, I pay my humble obeisances on the lotus steps of Guru Padma, and I pay my obeisances on Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, headed by the sannyasis and welcoming all guests. So you have heard from Sri Damodar Maharaj that Mother Yashoda tied Krishna with a grinder mortar. Why? Because grinder mortar helps Krishna to accomplish the task. So both are same type of guilty. So Mother Yashoda tied Krishna with a grinder mortar, not with other thing. Mother Yashoda thought, now I have to do my household work because no maid servant today. So she thought, if I release Krishna just now, then he may run away to forest or may jump in the Jamuna. So he will be in this position. Then after some time Krishna will cool down. Then I will release him and give my blessing, and Krishna will be happy. And Krishna Sakha, same aged, 2 years, 2.5 years, all they came. And Mother Yashoda told, oh my dear boys, please take care of Krishna and go inside. When Mother went inside, then Sakha told, oh Krishna, now we have get good lesson. Everywhere, when they catch you red-handed, you tell, oh, you are my mother, why you caught me? smiled such a way, then the hand became loose, you ran away. And today what will do? Sakhas are laughing and they make Krishna laugh, all are laughing. Krishna forgot that mother also tie me and punish me so much. All are laughing. Then Krishna thought, oh, look, oh, mother is not here. Let us go outside, we'll play here. If we talk here louder, then mother will come and punish me again and you all. So let us go outside. Then mother will not see us. So how to go? Krishna told, listen, I am pulling and you can push the grinder motor. By this way we will go outside. When we go outside, then we make a lot of fun. Mother will not be there. Okay, let us go. When Krishna come, just going to outside of the courtyard, then there is two trees, Arjun trees, twin Arjun trees. How that trees came there? Once, the demigods, the Kube, who was the predominant deity of all wealth, he had two sons, Nalkuber and Manigri. They are so much intoxicated. They are playing with heavenly damsels in a pond, being completely disturbed. They are placing water on each other, making fun. In the meantime, Narayana, he was eternal associate of God, he was passing through that way. Seeing Narayana, the heavenly damsels saw him for a distance. They came out from the water, dressed them, and did pranam to Narayana. And Nalkuber and Manigri said they became so much intoxicated. They are using slang words for Narayana. You have no other way to go? Why you came this way? We are disturbing my playing and calling out. Why you care for this sadhu? Why you care for this mendicant? Come here. Then Narayana told, oh, you were being the son of devotee. You became behaving like a inert, like tree. Okay, both of you will be tree. Then they understood their consciousness going back gradually. Then they understood this is not an.
And they're going out. On this day, they're wandering through Madhuban. Madhuban, very, very sweet forest. And coming through the border of Madhuban, Krishna, Balaram, Sudan, Vasudam, and also Madhumangal, they come to Talban. And at that time, Madhumangal, he says to Krishna, oh Krishna, I feel one demon. One very, very ferocious demon is attacking me. Krishna Balaram said, where? Where's the demon? In my stomach, hunger. I'm very, very hungry, Krishna. And as he was saying this, one very, very sweet aroma was coming in the air, and it went in the nose of the cowherd boys, Krishna and Balaram. What was that? It was tau fruit, which was coming from a tau plantation which belonged to Kamsa. But this tau plantation, this tau forest, was being looked after by a servant of Kamsa called Denuka. He was a demon, but he assumed the form of an ass. And he was accompanied with other demons also in the form of asses. So Krishna and Balaram, accompanied by their friends, they went to this Talban, and they went to this particular place where very, very high tal trees were. And Balaram, he went first, very powerful, white complexion, with his blue dhoti, and then with his very strong arms and hands, he just took a tau tree and he just started to shake it. And so many tau fruit just started to come. The noise of the tau fruit hitting the ground, it awoke Dhenukasura. Dhenukasura was very, very huge and very, very powerful. Dhenukasura got up, and then he saw these two very, very beautiful boys, Krishna and Balaram. One dark complexion, one white complexion. And seeing them, their beauty just surpassed anything in this material world. But being a demon and thinking that, oh, this is the property of my Kamsa, so I'm here to protect this. Then he started to become furious. his envy started to mount, and then he started to run, and running straight towards Balaram, he jumped in the air, and with his hind hoofs, he kicked the chest of Balaram. And Balaram was just standing there, and he didn't even move, not even a centimeter. Then Kasura looked, and he was amazed. How is it possible? His eyes became very big, his nose, nostrils, fire was coming out, and then he ran again, and with all his might, again he kicked with his back hoofs, and then Balaram just caught him with one hand, and just very nonchalantly started to sway him round and round and round and round and round and round, and then just threw him up to the highest tall tree, and the body, just as he was going up, the force was so powerful that he left his body even before he hit the tree. The body hit the tree, and then so many tall fruit, they started coming down. The friends of Dennisur, they were looking, and they saw that here's our master. He's just been killed. Somebody catch him with one hand. Immediately they started to attack Baldev and Krishna. And Baldev and Krishna, it was like if they were playing cricket. Who's winning? And they were just taking the bodies of these asses, and they were just flinging them towards the tall trees. And as they were going up, all these tall fruits, they were coming down. And not only that, now the tall trees started to come down. And one tall tree on top of another, on top of another, on top of another. And the place was completely decimated with bodies of asses and blood. Then Krishna, he looked to Madhumango. Madhumango, you still want some tall fruit? And seeing all the asses, the blood, he said, I'm not hungry, let's go home. So these stories, they're not stories, they're leelas, pastimes. And they are very, very instructive. We've heard of Krishna killing Putana. After that he killed Trinavata, Agasura. But now Baladev is killing, not Krishna. He killed this Devakasura. So our acharyas have explained that Baladev, he represents Guru Tattva. And that these different demons, they represent different unwanted things which are within our hearts. And the unwanted thing that Devakasura represents is ignorance. That this ignorance, this is the root cause of all the unwanted things which are there. So, when Krishna is killing the demons, it means that by one's endeavor, one's sadhana, also with mercy of Guru, that one will have to work and become free from these different unwanted things. But now, Baladev is killing. It means that one will require very, very special mercy from Guru to uproot this root of all anarthas called avidya. The ass represents, is the symbol of ignorance. Stated that the ass is carrying a very, very heavy load. And the master has what in front? Carrot. Like a carrot in front. And the ass is just going, walking, carrying a heavy load. Why? Because the ass is thinking that at the end, then I will get with my she-ass and I'll have sex life and I'll enjoy this and that and this and that. So, similarly, in this material world, this whole world actually is generated and is operated by this desire. And the original desire is this desire of sex. The desire between male and female in whatever species. We see millions and millions of pounds or rands or dollars being moved from one part of the country to another, from one part of the planet to another. And what is the cause of it? Only people to satisfy their passion desires, and the ultimate of it is sex. So, also the ass, it's explained that in India, in the dry season, the ass is there and taking grass. But there's no grass, because there's no rain, everything is very, very dry. But then the ass, what's the word?
Hyperextension.
The ass by his mind looks up and then sees that everything is, there's no grass.
Psychosomatic.
And psychosomatically, he becomes very fat. And he thinks, oh, I've eaten so much, how fat I am. I think I need to diet. Huh? And then in the rainy season, when the grass is very, very high all around, and the ass is eating and eating and eating and eating. Then he looks up and he sees so much grass. I haven't eaten anything. And then by his mind, he becomes thin. Because he's thinking that he's the doer. In Bhagavad Gita it explains, Prakrite Kirimanani, Gunai Kamani Saha, Ahankara Vibudatma Kataham Iti Manite. That the bewildered living entity, the ass, thinks himself to be the doer of activities which are carried out by nature. We have this material body which is given to us according to our karma, and it is a product of material nature, and it's acting, but we think that we're the doer. So in this way, the living entity is completely bewildered. So only by mercy of Guru. Guru is Baladev Prakash. What type of Guru? That Guru must be pure Guru to be able to uproot this ignorance. The qualities of Guru is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. What's the verse? Tasmat Guru Prapadita Gyasu Shre Uttamam Shabde Parej Nishatam Brahmi Upasamasrayam. It says Tasmat Guru Prapadita, that in this human form of life, not just myself, not just the sannyasis, but all of us, we have one primary duty. What is that? We have to surrender to bona fide Guru. Tasmat Guru Prapadita Gyasu Shre Uttamam. And that we should make inquiries, not about our material welfare, but Uttamam, about transcendental welfare, about our spiritual goal. But who do we inquire from? Do you go to a vegetable market to go and buy gold? No. You have to go to the right place. Otherwise you'll be cheated. So it explains what are the qualities. It's explained that if you go, you have Guru and you have Kangaroo. You know Kangaroo? Kangaroo is in Australia. So Kangaroo, that if you go to somebody who's posing as a guru, but actually is acting as a kangaroo, he'll take all your pranami, all your donation. He'll take your wealth. He'll take your mind. He'll bewilder you. He'll think that, I'm not making any advancement because actually I am at fault. And you don't know that actually because the guru hasn't got the power to really help you. And then they play a mind trick on you. And then they bounce away like a kangaroo with your mental problems and all your money, and they go. So Srimad Bhagavatam is saying, don't surrender to a kangaroo. There are many kangaroos. Most people who are acting as guru actually are kangaroos. It says you must surrender to a bona fide guru. And his quality, Shabde, Tasmat Guru Papadita, Shabde, Pare Nishnatam. That Shabde, Pare. That in the Vedic scriptures, not only does he know the Vedic scriptures, he has realized the Vedic scriptures. Many people can speak from the Vedas, and they can speak from the Vedas verbatim, and they can speak very, very nicely, very eloquently, and they can capture intelligence, but they can't change your heart. Guru, because he has realized the Vedas, then he can actually change the heart. Not only has he realized the Vedas, he's realized the goal of the Vedas. The goal of the Vedas is Krishna. That he has realized Krishna. He sees Krishna. He has an intimate relationship with Krishna. He speaks with Krishna. And then the third symptom, Upasamasrayam, that he's free from all desires for sense gratification. In his heart there's no lust. In his heart there's no anger. In his heart, all these material desires are completely washed away, and his heart is only overflowing with the mood of pure loving service to the divine couple, Shri Shri Radha and Krishna. It says one should surrender to such a guru. It is the real purpose of life. That without taking such a guru, then one's life will never be successful. So, also, because I've been asked to make it short.
Thank you, so.
Finish. One last.
Great pastimes of Krishna are unlimited. Vyasa has written only few. After this, he killed Bakasur, Aghasur, and Brahma Mohan Leela. After Ras, in Ras he saw that Radhika is most highest class of supermost gopi. She is Ladri Shakti of Radhika. Krishna. None different with Krishna. Same thing. for Leela Vilas they have come into two. After that, Ras Uddhav went to Vrindavan, Braja Nandagaon, and Brahmargi and other things were done. Then he saw the glory of gopis and told Bande Nanda Braja Strinam Padrenum Apiknasar Jasam Haripatoti Puran Bhuvanasar. Oh, I pray all the gopis of Nanda Baba Gram village in a bigger separation mood. Their sound so high top class of separation mode that whole world can be purified. And then he came to first came to Mathura and killed Kansa, Jarasandha and so many, and in Dwarka he married 16,000 so many, and thus up to end that they have written all these things. We could not explain all these leelas. Some leela we have. If we will come again, then we will try to tell some more sweet pastimes of Krishna. By hearing, you will be liberated and you will be engaged in the service of Krishna there. Surely by only here. Go Pramanand. Oh, you should have.
So, if anyone is interested in taking this a few steps further, then every year, especially Gurudev, the last 65 years, has been leading our Navadvip Parikram there in West Bengal, India. So it begins on February the 20th and goes for only 6 days. So it's a great chance to visit all these holy places and hear so much about the teachings of Krishna. So all are invited. If you want some further information, you can come and meet me afterwards. But please come. It's a wonderful, wonderful event. It will change your lives forever. And if it doesn't change your life, I'll refund your airfare personally. And also, Sri Gurudev will be doing a 4-day program in Benoni. There will be a 4-day program, 26, 27, 28 and 29. So those who want to take it one step further, please come to Johannesburg and we'll hear so much more instructions from Sri Gurudev.
lütfen diyor.